You are a woman. You know the advantages and disadvantages of being a woman. I will tell you to watch up to end. If you are a woman, their precious age comes earlier than it is for men. Approaching 20s, a woman is already ripe to live her fully fledged life, find love, and get settled. The time cycle of a woman and that of a man is never the same. Men would usually start living their fully fledged life by their 20s, 30s, and 40s. A man who has not attained certain level of financial capacity cannot be his prime age, whereas a woman can walk into marriage with absolutely nothing in her wallet. If you are a woman, women are less likely to be conscripted for war. In an event of war, women are never compulsorily recruited to fight. Just like children, they are to be in a safe zone. Only men are allowed to fight, and they are compulsorily recruited as long as he is not a child. A woman cannot be conscripted for war, regardless of how much advanced, strong, or skilled she is. If you are a woman, little or no economic pressure. For men, what makes them complete is their economic capacity. This is usually not the case for women. Women suffer little or no economic pressure from the society. After all, even the law recognizes the view that it is not the responsibility of a woman to provide. Go on an outing, generally, the male folks are expected to pay. There is no so much pressure for a woman to acquire economic power. As woman, the society relives you of certain economic responsibility and vests in on the male folks. A woman is generally not expected to build the family house and pay certain bills. This does not mean that they cannot do so. They are simply not expected to do so. And even when they do so, it is seen as though they are helping the man perform his responsibility. If are a women receptive end. Women are always at the receptive end. They are not expected to offer anything as much as men are expected to. The society tends to expect less from women. Therefore, they receive more. As a woman, you'd receive more favors, money, love, and attention from the male folks. The male folks have been structured to observe the ladies' first principle. If are a women longer lifespan. Because not much is expected from a woman by the society, they suffer less pressure. Their own pressure is just to look beautiful. On the other hand, men are being subjected to all manner of societal pressure, especially physically and economically. Men are more exposed to bodily and health risks. Women are not expected to do hard jobs even when it is something that they can do. The male folks have been structured to relieve women of heavy duties besides carrying pregnancy. Also, women are more likely to take care of themselves than a man would to himself. These and some other factors guarantee a longer lifespan for women. It is also statistically proven that women tend to live longer than men. If are a women. Women are freer. There is this kind of freedom that women enjoy. Women are freer with themselves than would ever be unto themselves. The society allows women to be expressive. They can relate romantically with their fellow women without being a judged lesbian. As a woman, you are allowed to be emotional as much as you feel. You are free to cry confidently and scream all you want, which actually makes you feel better. You can wear menswear, but not men doing otherwise. As a woman, you roll out the street half naked and you would still be adjudged normal. You can rock your bum shot, crop top, and even panties and look hot all you want. Let a man be seen on his boxers outside. Let's see how much of sanity he has left. Women are just too free. They can hug themselves, peck, and express love towards each other. It is the opposite for the male folks. Ladies can attend free parties all over the world. Just dress fine and look beautiful. That's your pay. If you are a women biological burden. Women endure a lot of pain biologically. Women bear the burden to learn and understand their bodies because there is a lot going on in there. There is menstrual cycle coming on a monthly visit along with pain and cramps. There is your ovulation period which you have to learn and understand. There is menopause waiting at your 40s or so, which as a woman, you will learn to adjust to it. As a woman, your fertility is not forever, unlike men. And there comes with the fear of pregnancy, the pain of carrying pregnancy, and the pain of child labor. After child labor comes the pressure of nurturing the child. The bulk of responsibility in nurturing a child behoves on the woman. Biologically, women are physically less powerful than men. This too places them on some kind of limitation. Also, the biological structure of women is more welcoming to diseases and infections. Biologically, women are more elastic and may tend to depreciate faster. If you are a women vulnerability. Women are physically less powerful than men. This renders them vulnerable and more susceptible to danger. They are mostly the victims of rape, sexual assault, trafficking, domestic violence, kidnapping, and the host of other menaces. Women are more vulnerable to being abused and being asked to pay in kind. If you are a woman more expensive to maintain, Women are generally more expensive to maintain. Women's maintenance costs a lot of money. Their clothing and accessories are more expensive. They also spend on menstrual hygiene, an occurrence which they can only manage but not control. If you are a women cultural perspective. So many cultural perspectives are against women. Women were regarded as chattel until lately that several advancement has been made. Prior to the stage at which we are currently, women had no eighth of inheritance from their father's estate. They were to be seen and not to be heard. Nowadays, although considerable changes have been attained, these customs are still underlying and still manifest themselves in one way or the other. If you are a women burden of sex, the burden of sex lies so greatly on women. They are at more risk of contracting infections, they bear the burden of sexual purity, and they are the one who stand the risk of pregnancy and even the side effects of contraceptives when taken. When abortion is necessitated, it is still at the woman's risk. If you are a women clothing discomfort, a woman cannot be found topless outside for reasons which are obvious. As a woman, wearing bras, panties, scarf, overalls, etc. can be discomforting. Finally, everything existing under the sun has its advantages and disadvantages, and this extends to genders in human beings. Interestingly, people cannot choose their gender at birth. For both genders, it seems that there is a balance placed on each side. Therefore, regardless of the advantages and disadvantages, it seems best for one to accept his or her gender and live it up to the fullest. There is none without disadvantages. The most interesting thing, however, is that the advantages of each gender preponderates over its disadvantages. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new upload. And like and share. If you want to know the good side and the dark side of just be men, click this video. Thanks for watching.